Hello, my name is Darryl, and today I have the privilege and the honor to welcome to the host of the new podcast, The Atlanta Hood Connection, Sharon Stallworth. Welcome, Sharon. How does it feel to be interviewed on your own podcast?
Well, I feel good. I thought that because we had a pause between me coming out initially, that we regroup and then I come out and just announce myself to the world, because it will only be fair that people know me before I interview them. So I feel good.
Well, cool. So, like I said, me and my staff got together and we came up with a series of questions. Now, I promise we're not going to zing you. You know, we're not going to try to make you cry. But if we do, we'll apologize. So with that being said, this is the first question. What is the podcast Hood Connection about?
Well, what I thought is I would start this forum or platform for the people of Atlanta that grew up in the hood. And because we're never going to be on Oprah, we're never going to be on the platforms of the city, so I thought they would come in and tell their own story the way they want to tell it. They can come in and just, even if they wanted to come in and sing, tell their story and sing, because they might have a hidden talent or anything like that, they could come in. But what generated it was, I was at dinner one time, and this guy came in with his girl, and he was saying that she was from the hood somewhere in Florida or something like that, and he was saying that this my girl, she from the hood, like them ladies from East Lake Meadows. And I'm like, what that mean? And why would you even introduce somebody like that? Because if my man had to introduce me like that, I would have been just kind of, like, why would you do that? So then at that point, I started telling my story a little bit, and he hit me up and he go, you from the hood? I was like, born and raised.
So let me ask you a question real quick. You said your story may not hit Oprah, right? I actually have family in New York, and they've heard of Bankhead. So to say that your story and your podcast may not go national, you may be underselling yourself.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, but my whole startup would be, I wish it would reach anybody, but what I'm saying is the startup now is to concentrate on Atlanta hood, and then eventually where it go where it go. I welcome any of that, and anybody that's from the hood or whatever to come in, just to be able to tell their story. Some people have some serious story that they want to tell, and for the common person, then I want them to have a platform where they can just come and share themselves and say whatever they've been through, wherever they're going, like that. We're not going to relive our hood, but what we do is tell our story and then let it go where it go.
Well, if I had the chance to sit next to you again, I may have to tell my story. You look kind of good. Okay, now I shouldn't have said that because you already have a man. So you kind of answered it, but can you clarify? So what does the hood mean to you?
Well, hood means to me is, well, I guess in a sense that usually it's the economic challenge cities of most cities. But for me, it's where we grew up. It's my home. It's where I was raised. It's where everybody knows your name and know your truth and know your story. It really is a no judgment zone, for me to come in and feel like I'm at home. I know that I hate that it is considered to be an economic challenge, because for us, we don't know no better. It's just being home.
Okay, all right. I may come back to that. So is this going to be audio or video, or can it be both?
We'll see.
Okay, so now that I got past the small talk, now it's time to get into the dirt. So let's introduce you to Atlanta and beyond. Sharon, tell us your story.
Well, my name is Sharon Wright Stallworth, and I was born September 16, 1962. And to the proud parents, Doris and Willie Paul Rice.
That would make you a Virgo.
Yes, indeed. That's exactly who I am, a Virgo.
Virgos are all right.
Virgo are all right. In fact, they care too much about the world. It's just, I didn't even want to have a child, and they care so much. I didn't even want to have a child in September. I was like, oh no, that's too much. That's just too much. I am the fourth child.
Okay.
And I had three brothers before me, and I was the first girl. And a princess for about 2 years.
Why only 2 years?
Because there was another kid that came along and stole my thunder. And in fact, what's amazing about that is, I am a Virgo, as you said, and that's because my birthday is September 16th. Her birthday was September 30th, which I didn't understand because she's a Libra. To me, she could have just waited till October 1st. I don't know why I had to tell. First of all, she told Miss Thunder, and then she had to be born in the same month. I was like, really? Really now? But this is the truth of the matter. She was so cute, even I loved her.
So if you could go back and change that to October 2nd, you would, huh?
Sure enough.
That's mean.
But at the end of the day, she became my first Barbie doll.
Okay.
My best friend, and we were never apart.
Oh, that is so touching. Okay. What hood do you represent?
Well, I represent Chestnut Street and East Lake Meadows.
So, if you had to pick which one, you can't have both. Are you East Lake Meadow or you Chestnut?
I'm East Lake Meadows.
Why?
Because that's where I grew up in. That's where I grew up. And where I learned my whole beginning in essence. And for me, leaving Chestnut Street, because my mom really actually, even though my parents were married, my mom ended up being a single mom. And I was on Chestnut Street, and we had a 2-bedroom apartment. It was 3 boys, 2 girls. Me and my mom and my sisters shared a room, and my brothers shared a room. And I don't know why this is so significant to me, but because I just noticed that the floors was black. You know, I didn't make that assumption. And then when we moved to East Lake, the floors was white. And I found myself and my sister, we rolling over the floor. We like, what in the world is this? And it was a beautiful place for us. It was a come up. You know, many people see the hood as being something bad, but for us, it was really a come up because then and I got to share a room. My mom had her own room. My brothers had their own room. And so it was a 2-story townhouse, actually. We saw sod lawn and had a nice playground area for us to play. So for us, it was just a come up. We had a brand new school to go to, all of that.
So before you move on, you mentioned your sister Linda. What were your brothers' names?
My oldest brother was Willie. They call him Sweet Pea.
And why?
Some lady that my mom knew gave him that name. I don't know. But he was a sweet pea, though. He really was a sweetie. For me, he was probably my biggest, he was a real big brother for me and always protective of me. And I'll tell you more about that as the story goes on. Okay. You'll see how he will always there to protect me. So that was my real big brother. And then Kenny, his name was Roger Kent Rice, and they called him Kenny. And then there was Urban. He was the sweet one of the group. He was next to me. Growing up, he probably was the closest to me. Sweet Pea was a protector, like I said, but Urban probably was the closest to me. And
so when all the boys were trying to date you, which one kept them away from you?
Sweet Pea.
Oh, he did, huh?
Mhm.
Interesting.
And even my current man, they had issues. He, as you'll see, he'll see that how he protected me along the way. He did, even with my current husband.
I wouldn't have been scared of him.
I don't know now. He was about 6'3", so you might have been.
I don't know. Okay, so we done talked about your siblings. Okay, I got another question for you. You know, Jermaine Jackson had a song called Daddy's Home, right? That's one of the few songs Jermaine had that was good. So with him saying your daddy's home, well, you're a daddy's girl.
Mr. Darrell, see, I knew you were going to go there. You just had to go there.
Oh, that hurt.
First of all, I think I would have made an awesome daddy's girl. But I wasn't. I really wasn't. And you would think after 3 boys and then having a beautiful baby girl that I would have been, but I wasn't. First of all, my mom was carrying me at 6 months. And then there was some entanglement going on that she discovered. And during the time of the entanglement that she discovered, that was an altercation. So not only was I not a daddy's girl, never even lived there.
I'm sorry. Sorry for that.
So that daddy was never home.
Well, maybe you have a man somewhere along your life, and he'll be a replacement for that. He will replace that.
Along the way.
So as an adult, what's the best thing you take from that experience? I know it's a life experience, but how has it helped you or hurt you as an adult?
Trust was real hard for me. So I really had to have a special man in my life because I don't think, I think in the beginning, I think I chose some of the wrong people at growing up, dating. And then when I did find that person, I cherished it. And even doing, but what I wanted to, what my mom helped me do in family was show me that for my life going forward was to be different, to try to have a good life. And so for me and my family, what I tried to do would be the opposite. And I probably kind of open, overcompensated, I guess, in the world, like maybe spoiled a little bit more because I wasn't spoiled or like that, so.
So let me ask you, how's your man treating you now? Because if he's not, I can't replace him.
Mr. Darrell, what we doing here? We talking about the podcast, so what we doing?
My bad. I keep looking at you and I'm going like, you ought to be my girl.
That's crazy. That don't make sense.
Okay, I need to clean that up. I apologize to him.
Mm-hmm.
Wink,
You
wink.
should. When I introduce him to you.
Yes.
At the end of the
How
day.
tall is he? So in case I need to be worried. Is he 6'3" also?
Maybe 5'11".
Oh, I can handle him. Okay, with that being said, I'm only playing, whoever you are, sir, I'm only playing. I wouldn't think of doing anything wrong. But Sharon, did you always stay in East Lake though?
I did stay in East Lake until I got grown. I stayed in East Lake, I guess until until I got grown. I went to live with my uncle for a while because I just didn't like the situation that it became. It wasn't so much of East Lake. East Lake, it was just our life in East Lake. And then I did go back and forth because after I left my uncle's house, I started saving for my own apartment, and my sister and I got an apartment, and that was a good life for us. And then she got married. Well, she was trying to pay to get married, and so we both went back for a minute so that she could plan for her wedding. And then she got married, and I stayed because I also had my nephew, and so I stayed there until I got engaged and then got married myself.
Okay, so all right, so I would like to have known who your uncle was and who your nephew was. What was their names?
My uncle Robert was one of the first men that I knew was a good man to me. He was one of my biggest cheerleader. I went away to school to West Georgia, and he was very helpful with me, taking me back and forth to school. And when I moved in with him and his family, he was good for me. And then when I left West Georgia, he was also good because before I moved with them, he wanted me to finish school so bad. He would come to East Lake, pick me up every morning, bring me breakfast, and take me to school. He would take me to the Decatur campus, and he would go off to Clarkston campus. And so he was a good influence on me.
So it sounds like to me, even though your father didn't do what he should have did, there were some good men in your family that picked up the slack.
Yeah, a lot.
That's good. So your nephew, what's his name?
Horatio Durrell.
Okay, and do you him have any kind of special connection?
He's my nephew.
Okay, all right. Well,
I helped raise him.
okay.
But to him, I thought I was doing good because I didn't have my father, but I was close to my father's family. I didn't want him not to grow up not knowing his side. So actually, I became an auntie at 12.
Wow.
And he was always on my hip. And so what I didn't want for him, I didn't want him to struggle or go through some of the things that I went through. So I always kept him with me. And then his mom moved back to her hometown, and I asked, can he stay with me here in Atlanta? Because he wasn't from the little small town he was from Atlanta. And I didn't want that for him. But
that's a big responsibility. At 12, I was
at
satisfied with just trying to, what was coming on TV. Man, that's honorable.
And then he was a good kid growing up and stuff. I mean, I was a kid, and even recently I told him, I said, do you realize I was 12 when you was born? And then I was like, and everybody had a whole lot of expectation of us, which didn't make no sense. I mean, I was 12, Linda was 10. So, I mean, we were like adults. It was crazy. Everybody would come to our house. They would act. I mean, they act like we were the adults, and everybody had expectations. We had to go to everything. We participated in all the family functions. Well, the other kids that came beyond us, which we were glad to, well, we wasn't glad to take on that responsibility. We just did the responsibility because there was nobody else, because we just didn't want the kids behind us to go through what we went through.
Okay, so you kind of touched on some of the memories, but does any stand out, good or bad, during that time of your life?
Good. I mean, good. School was good. I mean, we went to a brand new school. The teachers was so influenced on us was amazing. My fourth and fifth grade teacher were the same. The sixth and seventh grade teacher was the same, and They were interactive. They pushed us. They made us very good students. We had such a good education from elementary through high school, no problem because of that upbringing of them. And then one time I went down to the Tampa trip for the Falcons, and I saw my 7th grade teacher, and he still knew who I was. And then my nephew even had him as a 7th grade teacher. He allowed me to call him. He allowed me to call him on the phone, and he remembered him. I lost a very good friend, and he came back to her funeral. I mean, just amazing guy. I mean, so for me, that time, and then we also had, we did things like, I was in a talent show one time.
And what did you do in a talent show?
Well, I was singing, and I don't know why I was singing, because the people that lived next door to us was the producer. His sister could sing, and then we sung back up, and we never really got a lot of nice stuff growing up. But this particular time, we had backouts, red and white backouts, which was, I mean, back then, not only I couldn't even believe my mom would allow us to put that on, and then to have it, and then we sung the song, "Oh Yes You Can, Yes You Can,
Okay,
Can."
by the Pointer Sisters.
Yeah.
See, you didn't think I knew that, but I did.
Yeah.
So let me ask you real quickly. So I like what you said, but you know, when I grew up a little bit, we had some block parties. You didn't have no block parties where everybody just, whole neighborhood came out and y'all just had a good old time.
We had the block parties, but what I thought was amazing was the fact that we played, just games. My neighbor across the street and I and became big sisters to a lot of people in the neighborhood, and we just hung out. And before we got food stamps, which we did, we started stealing the food stamps too, and we were
Ooh, I thought you was a goody two shoes.
I ain't no good at two shoes. And then we would actually go to the store and get some hot peanuts and slushies, and we thought we was in hog heaven. So for us, and then they would also be a part of that because we all did it. So it was good.
Okay. So far I'm enjoying talking. I'm learning a little bit about East Lake in Atlanta. Look forward to more of this podcast. Thank you. This has been great.
Thank you.
Okay, you talked about food stamps. What other memories do you have of your East Lake years?
Well, before food stamps, we had to eat welfare food. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was so glad to be going to school because school taught you different than what you had at home sometimes. We ate the typical welfare food, canned turkey, no powdered milk for me, no powdered eggs, no peanut butter, and then they had the nerve to have some Cairo syrup, white syrup. Who do white syrup? Have you ever ate white syrup?
No, madam. What is that?
I don't know what it was, but I didn't eat it. And then, but I did eat the cheese, the best cheese.
I've heard they had some good grilled cheeses. Was that true?
It was all that, for real. It was the bomb. For real. We ate clean beans and cornbread.
How thick was that grilled cheese? Was it this, or what? How'd you cut that slab?
And you know what? I guess you could control the slab. I guess you could have, but just a little for me. I'm not really into big stuff like that. Not really. But I also thought we would fly because we had gotten 3 pair of gym shorts for the summer, and we thought we the bomb. I had a green pair. It had the white strip to it. It had a white tee. Then I had the nerve to have the white footy with the little green bump on the back. Oh, we thought we were so cute. Yes, we did. Yes, yes, yes. And then, I kind of fine too, so, that was good. And then...
You all right.
What you mean? What you mean I? What is I?
So you had a little ball on it, right? Did the ball shake or did you shake?
What? Ball shake.
You saying you was fine out there shaking. So if I'd have came around you at 13 or 14, would you have caught my attention?
Yeah.
No, something I believe you would have.
Yes, indeed. Well, then I also had a pair of tan shorts, and that was the one because, most people didn't have tan. And then it was trimmed in blue, and then I had the blue tee with that too. And then, of course, I had to have the white pom-pom and then blue.
Oh,
socks.
so you were coordinating.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Is there any, okay, well, did you have any pets that you remember during that time?
I had pets, but they were unusual pets.
What's an unusual pet?
I had a monkey.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I apologize, Sharon. You had a monkey.
I had a monkey.
Now, most people get a dog. They even get a parrot, gerbil, even a snake or so. How'd you get a monkey? And what was his name?
I don't remember the name, but I had a monkey for real though, for real.
Did anybody laugh at y'all by having a monkey?
I'm sure they laughed when I had a monkey. I had a turtle.
I said, turtle's not bad.
And we had chicks during Easter, little chicks.
Okay.
Yeah. And that, no dog.
But I just said, get back to this monkey. Did you walk the monkey around the neighborhood?
And the monkey got caught up in the tree. Man, the monkey got caught up in the tree. Now, what we going to do with the monkey in the tree? How we going to get the monkey out the tree? I was like, I don't know how we did that. I think we started having some bananas and stuff and saying, come get him. I mean, for real.
I know why you had a monkey. You had the book Curious George. That's why you wanted a monkey.
I didn't say I wanted the monkey. I said I got a monkey. I didn't say I wanted it. The monkey came. My mom's friend brought us a monkey, and they had a cage.
Did your brothers like the monkey at least?
Well, I guess everybody liked the monkey. It's a monkey. Who wouldn't like a monkey? You don't think you would like a monkey?
I'm not sure I would like a monkey, Sharon, but that's interesting.
Monkey.
Okay.
I don't know what the monkey name was, though. I need to ask somebody. What was the dog? I mean, I don't know. And then, like I said, it went in the tree, and it went up the hill, and there was a big old tree. We like, how we gonna get the monkey out the tree? How we gonna get in trouble now?
I would have been laughing at that. That's funny.
We had to put him on a diaper.
You put him on a pamper.
We had to,
Yeah, like I said, a monkey making mess all around the house. This ain't gonna work.
He's sleep metal got a monkey. It's crazy.
Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna remember that one. But how was Christmas?
Well, okay. Well, growing up for me, Christmas was Christmas. I got my typical toys from Tots. The Barbie that wasn't a Barbie.
You had an Arby.
I don't know what it was.
I'm sorry, I apologize for that. You had a Barbie. Yes, you did.
Then it was a radio. But if you turned the knob, not so much, right? Then you got some little girly type of jewelry,
Okay.
Well, the good thing was you got a navy orange, you had a candy cane, you had some nuts, and then...
You had the hard candy everybody talked about? You know,
It's a big candy cane. It was good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the only time you got it, so it was Christmas.
Okay, you had a tree?
Well, we finally got a tree. And it was silver with all them different lights on it. Silver tree.
Okay.
So Christmas was Christmas. It came and went.
Okay. So, have you took those memories and as adult transformed into something better?
Of course. I remember, especially when Darren came, we even did
Hold on, I'm sorry. Who's Darren?
my son.
You got a son named Darren?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
We did the live tree then, live green tree, and ever since then, just made Christmas really special for all of us. Yep, nice Christmas. I even started cooking Christmas dinner for the family during that time because of the fact that I wanted him to grow up. We only got together when somebody passed away, so I wanted Christmas to be special for him. So when I had people over, the whole family, I actually started going to my auntie house for Christmas Eve. Then my sister finally came back home. So she started doing Thanksgiving, and then I did Christmas just so he would have good memories.
Okay, well, that's good. High school. How was high school? And what high school did you go to? Was there more than one, or how? Tell me about your high school years.
My high school year was really good. I was a good student. I was a good student, and my brothers went before me, so I really popular because of them. And so, and they were athletes, and Irvin was in the band.
And what school was this?
It's East Atlanta High School.
Oh, okay.
And I was varsity cheerleader.
You a varsity cheerleader? You could do the flips.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
indeed.
Look at you.
I was a varsity cheerleader and enjoyed it. And then they did another good memory of that year is where they would have East Atlanta band would come to East Lake and do a parade, and then they would have the whole band, the athletes, and then the cheerleaders got to come behind them.
Hmm.
And Mama would be so proud that she'd be running around and
Them my babies
them
out.
my babies out there. Right? And
Okay.
yeah, it was fun. That was really fun and cool. And you became even more popular, even though I didn't need to be popular. I was. And then I had to leave East Lake.
Hold on.
East Atlanta.
Why?
Because my sophomore year, the end of my sophomore year, the summer of my sophomore year, we got to fighting.
Hold on. You're good at two shoes. What you doing fighting? Did you start the fight?
I don't know. They came to my front door and confronted us. And then my brothers made us.
Did you steal their man or something?
They were trying to get my man.
Oh, okay.
And then
I'm just checking now.
And my brothers, though, they weren't having it. They were like, y'all gonna fight today. So we had to fight.
Did you win the fight? Tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because you win some, you lose some, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened.
Okay. All right. Also, let me ask you another question. When it comes to celebrations, did you have any big ones that comes to memory?
You mean when I was growing up?
Growing up and as an adult. Give me one as a child and now. How you transitioned.
Well, when I was growing up, we didn't have birthday celebrations. We just didn't do them.
How'd that make you feel?
You know, it was the norm. So it's like the rest of my story, basically. Um, because you didn't do them, you can't miss what you never had, you know. And so I guess now, as an adult, I guess that's why, especially my current husband, is always big on my birthday celebration. I've had wonderful celebrations as an adult, but as a child, no.
Is any? Well, tell me a couple that stand out as an adult.
Okay, as an adult, I guess the first one, I don't remember the 20th one. Well, I don't. I guess because we wasn't married then. Maybe that's why. But the 30th, I actually had the pleasure of going to Japan.
You did?
Yep, my sister.
He was all right then, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's good. He's pretty good. My sister was in Japan, had a second child, so I went to Japan to see him, and my niece was programmed to say Auntie 30. I was like, really? You have to taught the little 1-year-old how to say Auntie 30. Okay. But that was a good birthday. So we stopped in Japan. No, we stopped in Hawaii. And then we went over to Japan. And Japan was very different and exciting. My 40th was a big blowout, too.
What happened then?
We had a dinner at the Dave and Buster. Most of my family was there. A lot was there. A lot of them was there. And it was always important for him to give me a birthday cake, too. I mean, it was always, and if I wasn't with them, somehow he would, but you haven't had your birthday cake. So it was a big thing for him to make sure that I had a birthday cake. And then we left there, and my first trip to Vegas, which was all absolutely awesome. Shop, gamble a little bit for me. At that time, it was a big gambler for him. He was actually winning. And I was like, but it's my birthday. He was like, but I'm winning. I was like, I don't care. It's my birthday. So he took me to dinner and shopping again.
Did anything stand out during that Vegas visit that really jarred your memory that is kind of cherished for years?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the memories will always be there. But we ate dinner, which was really wonderful. The meal was awesome. He probably overspent, though, you know.
Did you meet anybody famous?
Well, yeah. Let me finish my story. So
Okay.
we go outside, and for some reason we look up at the sky, and it looked like time just stopped for us. So amazing. And we got to see Michael Jackson. We were staying at the Venetian.
You didn't see Michael Jackson.
Yes, we did see Michael Jackson. He was trying to get a residency there, and we saw Michael Jackson, and it was his favorite. Matter of fact, his favorite entertainer. So we saw him coming through the Venetian, and I got to get on that boat. What you call it?
With the gondoliers?
Yeah. So
I wonder how I know that.
I asked you what it was.
Oh,
that's
okay.
how you know.
Okay.
And so then I turned 40, and had an awesome birthday for 40. 50, I went on a trip with my girlfriends. All of us were turning 50. And then I came back home to a wonderful party. Again, the cake was all that. My big blowout again was 60. We went to...
You're 60? I know you're not. You about 45 max.
I'm 61.
I tell you, black don't crack.
Really, Mr. Dow? Really? For real though? For real. So I did 60 in Vegas. And this time I got to do Vegas with my husband and my son, which was awesome. We had an awesome time, and then come home to a party. And the party, what's so significant about the party, this cake, he actually literally had my purse. My cake was my purse. I mean, it was just so awesome. I got to wear a crown with the big 6-0 on. Had a nice dinner with the family that was, and friends. So, so like I said, I do remember 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, awesome. And traveled the world, all of that. So.
Wow. So, you regrouped well from then to now, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So old boy was old. He was pretty good, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't top that one. So you might have to stay with him. No, I can't do that. So how'd you meet this guy?
Well, I started working for the government when I was like in the 11th grade, and I went to Social Security Administration first, and then I went to General Service Administration. And in the General Service Administration, I met this nice guy. And he got tired of me complaining, and I guess he got tired of his nephew complaining. And so he introduced me to his nephew. And I actually met him. We talked on the phone a lot. But I actually met him at my sister's wedding reception. And ever since then, I finally took my nephew home, and I started living my life.
Wow. So I'm have to be honest here a little bit now. So you wasn't a daddy's girl, but you're a Daryl's girl. So for everybody to know, I'm Daryl. This is my wife, Sharon. She is my baby. We got married August 87. Been together ever since then. I'm proud to call you my wife. You're my girl.
Thank you.
Well, how was the wedding day, though?
The wedding day was magical. I was a princess for a day. I even got to actually, on a reception, from the church to the reception downtown, I actually rode in a carriage with white horses, and me and my guy.
Yes,
my guy.
Yes, we did.
And we chose the song, You Bring Me Joy, because this is exactly what I needed. You brought me joy. We've been married now for
37 years.
37 years. And we dated too.
Yep, still going strong.
A few moments later.
What you doing, Mr. Dower?
Guys that come to you with a line that wasn't true, and you pass them by. Now you're in a silver ring, and your lines don't mean a thing. Why don't you let me try? Let me try. Now I don't wear a diamond ring. I don't even know a song to sing. All I know is la 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 la. I love you.